Hey guys, we're back with some more Pillars of Eternity. Back with Long Drinketta, the lovely red and green elven cipher. And I think we are going to go on ahead and see if we can find ourselves some companions. Actually first, just so you see that I do it, we are going to bump this up to normal, because I think that we should do that. Yes, I would like to save those changes. I am probably going to instantly regret it, but we're going to do it anyways. So here we are. We're going to see if we can find a couple of partners to help us along in our quest here.
Of course.
Oh, thank you for that confirmation. So, let's get a look around here. There's the tree. Who's this guy? Adair.
Are you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
And that's a strange way to talk about your dead. He looks up at the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now. Seems like. No right way to talk about it. I'm looking for someone who can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your help, Adair. We'll come back for you, though, because Adair is going to be helping me a lot. Alaf. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
What's going on? One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us, even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Adir manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment. Not from foreigners, and especially not from Adirans.
Go on. Say to Sam. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarreled.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think attacking him is such a good idea. And why is that? If someone's baiting you as obviously as he is, it's generally wisest to walk away. That's probably the truth. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other 2 a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now. But this one better watch his step around here, because we're not going anywhere. With a final scowl at the elf, he turns to leave. Wimps. As the 3 stumble away, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Actually, that was fun.
Then I can't imagine you lack for entertainment in these parts.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire. Both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins.
In Griffin Ruins? Those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. Half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine. Olaf goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Well, you did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes, and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. Well, what are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expected wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
Touché. Well, it was good talking with you, Olaf. We're gonna get going. I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Go on ahead and come with me, Olaf.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Sweet. And we have our first companion. Good old Olaf. Well, he'll be fun to have. I like the wizard, and he's got a couple of interesting little spells here.
Yes.
But we still want to get our hands on Adair eventually. Because he's a fighter, and I want to get him as a tank for us. I think he's going to serve well in that capacity. I want to come in here and talk
Hail,
to
traveler.
Pasca. Oh, greetings, and welcome to the Black Hound Inn. Please, sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of a good meal today. Unless you're fond of cold porridge. You only serve porridge? Aloth looks at you and shakes his head quickly. It isn't by choice, I assure you. We used to serve some of the finest meals in the Deerwood. We've had a damnable run of luck, is all. It's been a bad season for the crops, and we're running low on supplies. I sent Tenfrith up north to stock up. Tenfrith's our cook, you see. An artist with a good roast. But it's been days since he was supposed to return, and we haven't seen any sign of him. I've only just taken over from the last owner myself. I don't know what I'll do if he doesn't turn up. Well, I could try to find him for you. Really? I'd be grateful to you if you did. He was traveling through the Valewood. It's probably nothing, a broken wheel maybe, but I do worry. You see him safely home, and I think everyone in here would sing your praises. Nobody much likes my porridge. Alright. Well, I think that we'll go on ahead and bid farewell, and then start our quest to find Tenfrith. Because it's a pretty short quest, and I think we'll go on ahead and find him in the Valewood. Alright. So head up this way. I wonder, no. We haven't got the option yet. There's a dwarf in that tree. That is an animancer, and we want to talk to her. I think we might need to... Well, we should probably rest anyways. We're at critical fatigue. You know, and I've run a long way from the inn, but I do want to rest. I think it's worth it. And then we'll be able to talk to our dwarven friend. Let's go on, guys. Running to the inn, running to the inn. And it's a loading screen to get inside the inn. Alright, let's get ourselves a cheap room. I'd like a room, please. Of course, we keep them nice and tidy. And we'll go ahead and just take the common room for now. We don't have much copper to our names. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher! You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Alright. So that'll give us an opportunity to go and talk to the dwarven woman. So let's go see what's happening with her. It's rainy and nighttime. It's a perfect time to go see a dead body hanging from a tree. Couldn't ask for a better environment. Maybe if we had one of those like Halloween noise CDs to play while we talk to her, that might be kind of cool. Caldara de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. She's AT&T, the dead woman. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension, like your cell phone. Reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman, and when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there. You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
But what's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it. Sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on. And those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them. Know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean, when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kanua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
Well, then I guess I'll go and see him. Farewell.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. And I expect this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins, In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. And do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions. As you just demonstrated. Well, let's continue on.
What is
And
it?
maybe this time
17 and a half.
we can talk to Adair. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the door foreman.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Is that what you people do for fun around here?
Name's Adair. So do the people around here. Might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22. 23 tops. Look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What was that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
I think you're right too, Adair. What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched. His smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. Never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a radrick at first.
Well, do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. Be any number of radrick bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here. Radrick especially. Come to these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be. Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
None taken. Good. They don't mean it personal when they hang folks here. I have to remind myself.
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fella who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Why was your headman hanged? Got involved? Radrick sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on a good authority someone in town was working with Kolsk, plotting Radrick's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward. So Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Radrick, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Picked the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Vathus worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Vathus. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, and I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
And you can see why I was eager to leave. Well, if you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Wydwin's legacy started with Wydwin. You know, we could travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Kednua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
I seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath. A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
Alright then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. As long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Alright, well let's get going.
Yes.
Alright, so now we have good old Adair with us. We're going ahead and put him into the 2 slot. And hotkey his knockdown. And we got Aloth's set up there. And, oh, I've got another level.
Well,
So we're going ahead and take that level. I think that's worth doing. Okay, so I've got 6 points here, and like I said, I wanted to get a little extra going in stealth, so I think what I might do is go ahead and take, probably take 1 more in mechanics, I like that idea, and then put the other 2 in stealth. I think that that's going to help out. So, we'll do that, and then for my next one, I'm going to take Mental Binding. I really like this because I like anything that's fast casting. And then also, this does a paralyze for, at my intellect level, 8.7 seconds. And then also, as on an AoE, it causes the other ones to get stuck. And I think that that's pretty fucking handy. So I'm gonna take that. And I've taken Mind Blades before. It seemed interesting. I am tempted to try something different. Cypher uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflect incoming attacks. So it drains 10 resolve to gain 10 deflection, which is not bad. Not bad. You know, I think we'll try that too. I mean, why not, really? bounces psychic energy harmlessly off the target onto the closest nearby enemy, causing pierce damage and violently pushing them backwards. So I can use this. That looks strong. 34 to 45 pierce, and I just bounce it off of... I'm going to try that, because that seems like it might be fun. Because then I can send a dare in. I can stun him, send a dare in, and then while he's on his way in, use that thrust and bounce it off of him to an enemy and fucking obliterate them. That sounds like fun. And no new talents to get. That's fine. Alright. Well, let's go do a quick fight.
I'll take care of it.
Because this quest to get Tenfrith is a fairly expedient one. And it'll give us a chance to do a little fighting and see how we're doing on normal. So this may very well be the end of this playthrough. We may have a new character after this video. I think not. I think we'll be fine. Because the fights have been pretty easy up to now. Alright, so we're gonna go over here and go off to the right. Yeah, that's right, we got this guy up here we can get something off of. We might do that on the way back in. Oh, and a touch more salt. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled, as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? Get her, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help! Help! Please, help! Ah! Alright. Okay. Well, we got a bandit and a bandit. This one's not moving, so we're going to send you over here. Let that engagement start to occur. Set that there. So when they engage, it'll be a solid shot. And then, let's see here. Whisper. You know what? Oh, yeah, dude. Let's whisper a treason this guy. And how's this guy looking? Yeah, let's drop this other one in here.
I need something sharper.
Oh, we got a friend. We have a friend. Alright. So you just go on ahead and attack him. I will do the same. We are all making sure that this bandit has a short life. Okay. And then we're going ahead and let's see here. Let's bind these real quick. Okay, so I'm going to put this on F4. And then I want to test this out. We're going to send a dare in. We'll also send Aloth in. And no, we just want her over here. And now let's try this.
I need something sharper.
Boom! Look at that fucking hit. That is beautiful. Alright, so let's collect the loot. Let's just take it all. We don't really care what it is. See, I'm saying, oh, I don't care what it is, and then I look at it.
Gods keep you.
By the flame, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. Did Pasca send you? She must be beside herself. I must get back at once. But listen, the next time you're in Gilded Vale, make sure to drop by the Black Hound. I'll let her know what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. So excited about cooking. You know, I can respect that. I'm just going ahead and grab up all these things. I'm sure at some point we'll have use for them. And we'll run in here with the quickness. And I think... Oh, hello, Mr. Wolf. We are going to have fun with you. Alright, this is going on F2. We're getting rid of Mind Wave probably for the moment. Alright, F2. Oh, this wolf is gonna die. Yes, that is so strong. I love it. Alright, get that. Now let's head over here and let's try climbing this. Examine it closely. Given the right tools, one might let's scale the wall. And who's gonna do it? I think Adair. I think he's got the yeah, look, 5 athletics. He's good to go. Alright, and let's go ahead and get this because he's got these gloves of reflex, which we want to get. And the scrawled letter, let's read that real quick. I do not think you will ever see this, but you were right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all the gloating in the world if I might live to hear it. I have put myself out of reach of the beasts circling below, but I am done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be a trapper of wolves. May you be a trapper of wolves, and not a trapper of keepers. Am I... Oh, I am full up on supplies. That's fine. We don't need to take it. I have seen plenty in the game so far. Plus there are inns. So let's go ahead and climb down. And actually, real quick, let us go ahead and put these on. All the good stuff for me first. Sorry, Adair. Sorry, Aloth. And, oh, we have a quick level. Go ahead and take care of that real quick. Alright. Lore 7. Let's go ahead and give him Lore 8. We'll have him be our fucking lore master of the group. And, you know, he seems to get fatigued pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and give him that. And then maybe a button in survival. I think that'll do fine. And now I think we are going to give him Necrotic Lance. I like that because that's a pretty strong spell. And then I think it might be worth giving him Infuse with Vital Essence, because I think at some point having an extra 50 endurance and 50 health is going to make a huge difference for this guy, because he is weak as fuck. And you're done with that. Alright guys, let's go. Let's make like some seagulls and get the flock out of here. Gilded Vale. Do the loading screen dance. Do the loading screen dance. Slash crush. Do the loading screen dance. Everybody get down. Do the loading screen dance. Everybody who's around. Do the loading screen dance. Alright, so let's go ahead, head down here. And let's go talk to Pasca about our good deed we have done. This ale tastes funny to you? Yeah, it is piss water. Sorry guys, it's not even an ale. It's a lager. Oh my god.
Well met.
Hello,
friend.
Pasca. Hello, and welcome to the... Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back in the kitchen. So what would you like? Well, I'm gonna like to say farewell. So we can just pop back here and talk to Tenfrith real quick. Hey, buddy. Ah, it's you, my savior. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Alright, and he taught us how to make a savory pie. So that's cool. Well, with that, I think we will bid our team adieu for the evening, or farewell. Thank you guys for joining me again in our Trial of Iron with Long Drinketta, the Christmas Elf cipher. And when we come back, we will explore some more of Gilded Vale and probably make our way into some action in the Black Meadow. So, thanks again for joining me. If you could, drop me a like or a comment. I really appreciate it. And if you want to follow the series a little bit more closely, feel free to subscribe to the channel. So, once again, thank you. Have yourself a wonderful day, evening, week, whatever it is, and I will see you later.